Earth. The choice of words isn't nearly so important. I want you to know the leaf litter hears your footsteps. I want there to be earthworms, even when we never think to look for them. I want to hold to the voices calling from each ancient druid's grove, who have stayed beside and watched for all our time. So long as the inside beckons, I need not care for the rain, though its smells welcome us upon paradise. And that is an alien word in any natural place. A fence made of wood will fall apart in time. Women will continue to scream and cry upon their knees, and their men will remain silent and forlorn upon their many failings, and over everything. I hope that nothing remains. I hope the worms hold to the purity of humus after they consume our bodies and our thoughts. We could never live up to the bark on any tree. Have you studied it? The highest places in a church are also the most difficult to clean of the adorning spiderwebs. Even metal will grow in green if you leave it alone. The only style is natural. The fauns and satyrs bled for us before they concealed themselves in the woods, before they hid within the grain of wood. Drown yourself in any natural place, and don't forget the owls who stay up all night to witness your passing. Hold to the saplings and any puppies who can breathe, and try to preserve them. Never you bear mind for the haste of any passing cloud. Clouds bear their own mind, and the earth is alive. Clouds bear their own mind, and the earth is alive. Better to learn to feel the living earth, as it certainly is. Pray for empty ears, for the sound of darkness, and for silence and pain, who are your true remedy. All the ecstasy you need is waiting in the body you neglect. Feel before you go insane. Go out. Get out of your mind. Everything's been said before. Philosophy is a tired undertaking. Language is the true infant here among us. All words have a double meaning. Ambiguity is natural, second nature. The fact that parks are designed, shaped, and manicured disqualifies them from participating in heaven's higher reaches. The fact that parks are designed, shaped, and manicured disqualifies them from participating in heaven's higher reaches, though it does not decry or inhibit their true holiness. Dogs are better lovers than we. The trees clearly whisper to each other. Words are our inheritance from the heist which robbed us of our sensitivity to language and its subtle beauty. Did you ever hold the soil? What else do we call it again? We must be our own platform. Would you stand upon your worst enemy? Would you stand upon a friend? I would give you a sense, were it not piracy. I would give you a sense, were it not piracy. Something is infinitely precious to us both. Gravity is an indicator. Gravity points. Would you travel to the core to gain your understanding? Facility among the darkest denizens of dungeons in our earth is the province of dragons. Facility among the darkest denizens of dungeons in our earth is the province of dragons. I wish that you will find a way to travel out of time to the rhythm of the earth. There is one ground admitting of transcendence, but transcendence has no ground, holding into itself alone and away from us. That is why I save love for the worms. Everyone comes from somewhere. Everything inhabits a place. Everything inhabits a place. Myth is our deep grammar, the realm of our channels, rivers, gorge, and waterfall. Veins bestir the arms and legs, the leaves and valleys everywhere. Can't you feel the power of the stories in this place? Can't you feel the water rising and falling in the hidden tunnels, rushing far below? This is how we learn to speak with one another. Myth is a veil, a necessary veil, and the world is embroidered lavishly for us and for our mythic ways, if we would but remember them and so live. Bless the people for their sorrows, grow tired of them and never of the earth. Some small thing, a leaf, held as if it were your lifetime. Be a person of the earth, get to know it well. Words count because you are small, they matter because that's what we're made of. Our blood, our bones, the bugs we cannot stop to crawl. Everything speaks. Everything pleads. Everything asks without begging, though now the time would be for us to try. Stop spending time inside because it's deafening in there. Not enough space. Einstein's way taught us that time and space ought to go together. Look at what he did. Look at how he did that. Back to the grass, who is secretly a villain. Back to the stems and branches swaying. Trees prevent wars, and trees can even soften the wind. You don't need to know the names of the birds. Can't you tell? Ravens know what they're about. They might even know what we're about. Perhaps everything does. Perhaps everything knows what will happen. To us, through us, for us, in us and around, for the earth. I believe in humanity. I believe in natural humans, natural ways. We are chosen by the earth as everything is. We can offer ourselves as the animals do, but we have to choose. We have ourselves only to lose, though we carry everything. We hold everything aloft like a beacon, while everything holds us in its arms as though we were a wounded child. We have ourselves only to lose, though we carry everything. We hold everything aloft like a beacon, while everything holds us in its arms as though we were a wounded child. The sky is cool and clear and radiant in its spaciousness, and that is as it should be. Leaves tense and flicker, mocking and regarding. Watch them. The sky is cool and clear and radiant in its spaciousness, and that is as it should be. Leaves tease and flicker, mocking and regarding. Watch them. Moss is welcome to grow upon my home, but not at the front door. Somewhere in the annals there should be hymns to ferns and leaf litter. Somewhere it should be discovered as a modest altar, so that every other altar raised could be known in that more dappled lighting, as a breath of fresh air to the earth. Magpies and larks and songbirds and thrushes, pigeons and crows and snowy doves and wrens, green moss and yellow moss, fallen logs and rotting logs, blackberry creepers and nettles stinging from some old Irish novel where they belong. Celebrate the bees who are still alive. Grass has travailed for millions of years. It does not mind you. It pays you no heed. Do not walk in the assigned places. Don't worry if you lose faith, lose hope, lose everything. Lose everything for nothing, nothing at all. Remember your own humanity. You cannot escape yourself. You cannot escape yourself. You are of the earth. You are born of the earth, and so are they, whoever they are. You are born of the earth, and so are they, whoever they are. No blame, no blame. Go back to the origins, back to places and moments in time. Go back to how things got started and submerge yourself. Only certain teachings speak about the grain in wood. You are the true vessel of culture, and it is your duty to replenish yourself. You will never forget the feeling of time with yourself, with the earth. Heaven and earth are for each other, and we're better when we're for both. Heaven and earth are for each other, and we're better when we're for both. For each other, too. Everything means nothing, and nothing means everything. Paradox is native to the soil like the earthworms, which we had forgotten to our shame for thousands and thousands of years. Paradox is native to the soil like the earthworms, which we had forgotten to our shame for thousands and thousands of years. Our earth is becoming a church, and we, the body of our church, uphold the congregation. I beseech humanity because we can be for everything. I uphold us because we can be anything, anything we choose. We are touched by stars, but we are of the earth. We are touched by stars, but we are of the earth. Twig and briar, brush and thicket, trunk and ivy, root and wavy stem. Witches made a better brew long ago, far beyond our poor and humble potion rearing. Witches made a better brew long ago, far beyond our poor and humble potion rearing. This is my humble salve, a poor substitute, not at all a walk in the park. Leave nothing out. For a while it won't spoil or go anywhere. Walk without needing shoes. Put your feet into the soil. Yell and scream in a place no one can hear but the trees and foxes. Lichen is untidy. Earthworms wiggle as the earth wiggles, as we can and as we surely do. Honor the birds, honor them all sometimes. Don't forget about yourself. Don't forget your earth.